Arizona doing the scoring in the first half. 3 field goals by Steve McLaughlin. But in the second half, a field goal in the third quarter and a touchdown moments ago has put Oregon on top. First touchdown of the day for Oregon. 2nd and 6 at the 30. And straight ahead goes Gary Taylor for about 3 yards. Good news for Arizona. Antoine Carter, who was shaken up on that last play before we went to the break, did walk off to the sideline under his own power, and he looks to be okay.
Nice job blocking here as they double down on the nose guard, and then the fullback's going to lead right on Jeremy Asher and get a nice solid block. Watch the fullback. Good block on the middle linebacker, Asher, and then good positive yardage for Arizona, bringing up a 3rd down and very short situation. But that's Arizona football. They're still going to challenge the middle of this Oregon defense.
Got to get to the 36-yard line for the first down. There's Taylor, stopped initially at the line of scrimmage, but surged ahead and appears to have made the first down. We'll wait, though.
Mark Schmidt on the tackle.
And with the mark, he does have the first down. Texas A&M and SMU tied up late in that one. So it's 1st and 10 now at the 36-yard line. As the clock continues to tick, 10:47 and counting. Patterson and Taylor in the backfield in the eye. Play action. Under pressure is White to the outside and no one in the area. Damon Terrell, actually the tight end, the intended receiver, and now there's a flag in the backfield.
Where that flag's at, it's probably going to be holding against Arizona, and that is the call. They came with a blitz. Both inside backers blitzed on this, both Asher and Rule, and the holding was actually on the nose guard. Malapai got good pressure up the middle and was held that time by Warner Smith, number 64.
And the gum working on both sidelines. Dick Tomey just gets rid of his. So they'll push him back, and penalties have really hurt Arizona today.
Here's Troy Bailey, number 56. He's going to get good pressure, and Warner Smith, number 64, is a little bit out of position and kind of grabs him from behind, but good pressure up the middle that time by number 56. Troy Bailey forcing the penalty.
So first and a bus ticket here on the 19-yard line. Split backfield. And White under pressure, and he's going down. Number 54, Mark Schmidt on the sack.
Well, here they come right at Danny White, and this is their nickel defense. They're actually trying to play coverage. They're only rushing 4, but just a great upfield rush. We call it a bull rush by Mark Schmidt as he ran right through the block of Pulu Pumeli, the left guard, and a big play again for the Oregon defense. 4th
sack of the year for Schmidt. And now it's not a bus ticket, it may be an airline ticket. 2nd and 36.
For Oregon, you try to keep everything in front of you. Arizona, protect the football.
The hand to Gary Taylor, and he gets out to the 13-yard line. Kenny Wheaton was there along with Troy Bailey.
Picking up a first down here if you're Arizona is going to be very difficult. What you want to do, you don't want to turn the ball over. You want to give your punter some room so he's not kicking out of his end zone, and then you just got to hope that you can get a good kick out of there and go down and cover.
Now, the problem in throwing against Oregon is that is their strength. We've talked about it. They are very deep in the secondary. They want you in those situations. So you get 3rd and 33. It is awfully tough to get near the first down marker.
I'd watch a receiver screen, some kind of a screen maybe to get linemen downfield.
White with a long time to throw. He's got Richard Dice over the middle. And the 6'3 wideout makes the catch at the 29-yard line, but again, well short of the first down.
Well short, but a very good play for Arizona because now they're punting from the 32-yard line instead of from the 12-yard line. They don't get the first down. Danny White looking for Dice all the way, but now they've got some room to kick the ball, and Oregon isn't automatically going to get great field position because of that completion right there.
That ball was thrown in the only spot where Dice could get it, and the defensive back couldn't. 6 punts for Peyton today. Kevin O'Berry back for Oregon. And this is going to send O'Berry back to his own 25, backpedaling. Again makes the first man miss, but then swarmed under at the 23-yard line. The tackle made by Joe Lohmeyer. So Oregon will take over, leading by a point.
Nothing is tougher on dirt than a 191 horsepower Chevy S-Series extended cab 4x4. Chevy trucks like a rock.
East of the Texas Hill Country in Austin, there's a place that just won't let you go home hungry. It's called Threadgill's. And here you might find yourself behind a great big chicken fried steak, a mountain of red beans and rice, or even a microphone. So if you go, bring your appetite for a good time and your Visa card. Because Threadgill's might let you take the stage, but they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
And remember, 7, you're playing for Bud Light, lady. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good. Who are you calling guys? Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
College football on ABC Sports, brought to you by Chevrolet Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Sprint Business, we help business do more business. Hitachi makes over 20,000 innovative products. And UPS, the package delivery company more companies count on. And it's not that warm, fellas. First down at their own 24. O'Neal the pass. To the far side, he's got Wilcox, the tight end. Out to the 34-yard line, close to a first down. Lopez and Harris there to make the tackle.
We talked about how Oregon has had to switch and shuffle a lot of people on their offensive line. It's still happening in the ball game today. Now, this is the way that they started the ball game. You can see Reif, Reed, Gregg, Malapai, and Weber. Okay, now Reed has moved from left guard to right guard. The new left guard is Baldwin. The new right tackle is now Steve Harden, who has been out for 4 weeks. So already 3 new guys playing different positions in the second half than who started the ball game.
Baldwin and Harden starters before their injuries. So certainly the coaches want them back. They're awfully tough with guys who are still not quite ready to play. And they've had to call them to service. Ricky Whittle to the near side. And Charlie Camp made the stop. Whittle getting a lot of work today. He's been in there even more than Dino Filio.
Well, Whittle, in comparing the two, Whittle is the more physical back. He's the guy who likes to run through people. Filio is more the make-you-miss, more elusive, maybe even a little bit of faster running back. But Whittle is a very hard runner, gets the tough yards for this Oregon team.
2nd and 6 at the 39. And nothing going on at all.
Danny O'Neal was stepped on as he tried to back away from center here and also may have lost the football. Very lucky that he recovered it and got it back. That's an embarrassing situation. Take a look now as you watch the feet. Watch the feet of O'Neal as his center, Gregg, steps back. No, it's his right guard who actually stepped on him. That's Eric Reed, number 71, stepped back with his left foot and tripped up the quarterback. And anybody that's played quarterback, that's happened to him before. I mean,
happened in the UCLA game a couple of times last week. And I know as a former quarterback, never happened to you, though.
Oh, yeah, it did.
With those quick feet. 3rd down and 10 at the 35. Goyal, the lone setback. O'Neal the throw under pressure. And tipped by Kelly Malveaux. Cameron Ricketts, the intended receiver, but Malveaux may have had a better shot at that ball.
I'm really impressed with Kelly Malveaux as a true freshman. This is a guy that the coaches said really came in ready to play, and they just had to put him in the lineup. And actually, the way that they differentiate their cornerbacks, they have a boundary corner. That's Scurlock, the more physical guy. And then the other corner is the field corner. He plays to the open field. They've had 4 different guys who have started at that position this season, but now they have finally settled on Malveaux, and potentially Malveaux will be the starting field corner for his entire career.
Really the main concern of Larry McDuff, the defensive coordinator, because they just had so much movement in that secondary. And Belvin with another punt. And hits a short punt that goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Arizona Wildcats after the 24-yard punt by Belvin.
I don't need some fancy cologne to tell me I'm a man. I use Skin Bracer. It smells great, but it also cools and tones my skin. Confidence is very sexy. Don't you think?
Original and cooling blue.
By Menon.
Whoever said it's a cold, cruel world never had our insulation. Owens Corning. We make the difference.
People tell us we beat up our trucks more in our commercials than they'd ever dream of. Well, they should be on one of our assembly lines when we snatch a truck at random and literally rip it limb from limb to test every body weld in a Chevy truck, all 1,437 of them. But for those of you who think there's too much violence on TV, these next few seconds are for you. Time's up.
My dandruff and itch are awful. I'll try anything. Denorex tingles. Head and Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles, feels fresh.
That's why I started using Denorex. No flakes, no itch.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
Whoever said, into each life some rain must fall, never lived under our shingles. Owens Corning. We make the difference.
Arizona takes over at its own 41, and good news, Antoine Carter back in the ballgame after twisting an ankle and coming out on the last series.
And this is Antoine Carter time for the Arizona football team. We mentioned his durability, 25 rushes with 5-6 minutes left in the football game. Expect him to get it at least 5 to 10 more times before this day is done.
Yeah, here's a guy who's never missed a game due to injury. He's been held out a couple times, but never due to an injury. Patterson and Carter out of the eye. And it will be Antoine. Ahead for 2 yards, but that has been it. All day long, that's been it.
Well, we talked about how good of a pass defense Oregon has, but look at what they've done against some of the best runners. Now, those are the top 3 runners in the Pac-10. You see what they did to Kaufman last week and what they came into the ball games against Oregon averaging, and it's holding true to form today, doing another fine job against a quality back in Antoine Carter, only 77 yards so far in the football game.
And he really has not been able to break one today either. They have contained him very well. Longest run has been 10 yards for Antoine.
Oh!
And this time past White. And he gets there. Dan White beat Troy Bailey to the ball, or that would have been awfully dark for Arizona.
Well, take a look at Dan White. He's looking to his left. He's calling signals. He's wiping his hands. He never is going to see the football. He's looking to the left, and the snap comes from Elmash Tube. You can blame it on crowd noise, whatever you want to blame it on, but he was not ready for the snap. The snap came too early from the center, Elmash Tube, and it's a good thing Danny White reacted and covered up the football.
Do you think he was making the calls on the cadence, or was the center, Elmash Tube, going on his own?
I think Elmash Tube maybe heard something. Might even have been a defensive call that he heard.
3rd and 27, a long time for White. And Richard Dice popped at the 41-yard line. The ball is loose, but it's ruled incomplete.
Great play by Isaac Walker, roaming the middle of the defensive field. Isaac Walker is right in here. He's in a linebacker position, but he's going to drop into zone and read the quarterback's eyes. Now he's going to come in from the left side of your screen, and right as the ball gets to Dice, comes right through the football and through the arms of Richard Dice. That's an excellent play by Isaac Walker.
And they have not taken their seats in the last 10 minutes or so of this football game. Roman O'Berry at his own 40-yard line. He'll get out of the way of this one.
Good bounce for Arizona on that one, because it was not a very well hit punt, but it just got the right bounce and kept going forward.
47-yard punt down at the 27-yard line, but it'll be Oregon's ball when we come back.
People are much more satisfied than they have been in the past. Now with quality care standards, we have some guidelines to follow. This is what the customers want. They want to have their appointment within a day. They want to have their car fixed right the first time. This is them speaking. Anything we can do to make it better. It's not just meeting the standards that people are setting for us, but exceeding them. Something we're doing is working.
Quality care people, quality care standards at your Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealer.
If you want to move ahead in any career, you have to know what most employers want. Like how to work with a team, how to handle responsibility, how to take on a tough job and see it through. You can learn all these things in the Army. So when you do set off on the road to success, you'll already be in the driver's seat.
It began with a single shoe store and a commitment to customer satisfaction unique in retailing. Today, that philosophy has spawned 72 stores across America. And even at a time when retail sales were dismal, Nordstrom climbed to a record $3 billion. Where do you find companies that are selling at a time when nobody's buying? Actually, there's a list of them printed every day. NASDAQ, the stock market for the next 100 years.
Tomorrow here on ABC Sports at 1 Eastern, noon Central and Pacific, American Michelle Kwan and an elite field of skating stars take the ice in Sudafed Skate America International. Then, the PGA Tour's top money winners take aim in their richest event. It's the Tour Championship from Olympic in San Francisco. Final round action begins at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, and Pacific here on ABC Sports. And we have a good one going on in Eugene today. Rich Brooks' club leads 10-9. 4:16 left in this game, and Oregon takes over at the 29-yard line. Ricky Whittle straight ahead, bounces off a one-tackler, gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And don't forget, if time permits, stay tuned for the Thrifty Car Rental postgame report featuring scores and highlights from across the country. We'll do that after the ball game if we have time.
Well, if you're Dick Tomey, Terry, what you want right now out of your defense, they've played great in holding Oregon to only 10 points, but they have got to come up with a big play. They've got to force a turnover. They've got to get a big sack, something, because the offense having trouble here in the second half moving the football.
Whittle straight ahead and hit in the backfield. Finally goes down. He may have lost one on the play. Akil Jackson, defensive end, number 96, the first one to meet him. You know, that has been one of the things that the coaches from Arizona have been kind of displeased with. They haven't come up with those big plays. They've stopped the run. They've had a certain amount of takeaways defensively, but they haven't been able to come up with the big plays consistently throughout the year. So Oregon leads 10-9, 3:31 left. We're back after this.
Saturday on the Commish, a young boy is kidnapped.
We're going to do everything we can to get Julian back.
But will Paulie's personal feelings for the boy's mother get in the way of the rescue?
What do you want to do, Paulie, huh? Stick the kid's face on a milk carton and wait?
An all-new Commish, Saturday here on ABC.
Sunday.
Fire!
Radical terrorists infiltrate the military and steal a killer satellite. But when Lois and Clark zero in on the plot, they become the targets. An all-new Lois and Clark, Sunday on ABC.
Todd, what do you think? 3:31 left, 3rd and 10 for Oregon, and the timeout was called.
Yeah, it was called by Arizona, and the interesting thing was they already had to burn one early in the second half, so they only have one timeout remaining with the 3.5 minutes left, but they came up with 2 great plays against the run. It's 3rd and 10. They wanted to stop the clock, get the ball back after this play, hopefully, with their offense with as much time possible, and really with Steve McLaughlin showing that he can kick the long field goals, making the long one on his first one of the ball game. That's all they need for a win. So Dick Tomey playing now to set up a game-winning field goal.
So 3 receivers in. The I backfield on 3rd and 10 at the 29. And they run a little, and he is tripped up at the 31-yard line. On 3rd and long, there it is trying to get the punt away. And the Arizona defense fired up as it comes off the field. The opposite true with the offense from Oregon.
And if Matt Belden has ever hit a monster punt, he needs one right here. This guy is a true freshman out of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, went to Glendale High School. A lot of pressure on a young true freshman, but he really needs to get a boot here to help his defense out.
They don't come after him, and he does. He hits a beauty. Spencer Ray at his own 24-yard line. Spins and across the 30 to the 31, but a 45-yard punt, 7-yard return. And Arizona will start at its own 30-yard line. Don't forget, next Saturday, 12:30 Pacific, ABC's college football, a Pac-10 game yet to be announced, or other regional action. And then Miami, number 5, against Syracuse, number 14, a Big East matchup. Check your local listings for the game in your area and call your cable operator for the games available on pay-per-view. That's next Saturday here on ABC's College Football. Well, 2:45 left. This may be it. This drive for Arizona. Out of the shotgun is White. Long time to throw, and he's going for Lamar Lovett down the sideline. And the coverage by Alex Molden. Good coverage at the 30-yard line.
And I think for Arizona to win, and Danny White has to recognize this right now, he's going to have to find someone other than Richard Dice, because Oregon is going to double cover Richard Dice the rest of this ball game. He was looking for Dice initially. You see him looking to the inside. He had to reload, and then he went to his secondary receiver out on the outside to Lovett. He was looking for Dice first, but Dice will not draw single coverage the rest of this game from Oregon.
So 2nd down and 10 at the 30. Richard Dice, 5 catches in the ballgame, only 2 in the second half. Out of the backfield, and a dangerous pass, almost picked off by Chad Cota. And I don't think Danny White ever saw Chad Cota coming up near Antoine Carter.
No, Chad Cota just read this play. He was actually going to come on a blitz. And when he saw the back come out of the backfield, then he just ran off of it and took the back. He was coming on a blitz. He saw Carter release to the outside, and that's when he made the decision. Carter's going to swing out. Cota reads it and just goes right to him and almost comes up with a huge play for the Oregon defense.
Rich Rule, the linebacker, applying the pressure.
Right.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 30. White. And incomplete. Lamar Lovett was there along with Alex Molden on the coverage, and almost a replay of a couple of plays ago. Great coverage by Molden.
Again, double coverage. A good call by Nick Aliotti. They double cover Richard Dice in the slot. You can see 2 guys right there. He has to go to the outside. He has to take a shot downfield, and Alex Molden in perfect position to make the play. Identical situation. He makes the play on the outside, and Danny White just has to realize that Richard Dice is not going to get the single coverage look. He's got to maybe make that decision a little quicker to go out to the other receiver.
And on 4th and 10, Dick Tomey burns another timeout. So they want to talk it over on the sideline. You've got 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in this one. The ball is on the 30-yard line.
And this is an interesting decision, because with 2:24, if you kept that last timeout and punt the football, you think maybe we can stop them and use 1 timeout on defense and still have enough time to maybe get in position to kick a field goal. But with no timeouts now, they almost have to try to make this 4th down situation.
He does have a defense that's nicknamed Desert Swarm. That's the good thing in his favor. You know, you're able to punt it away and have the confidence that you can stop the other ball club from moving the ball on the ground.
But what really hurts it is right there, the timeouts remaining. If he had a full, supply of timeouts, then he could easily punt the football right now and let his defense come on and make stops and get the football back. But with the limited timeouts, he almost has to go for it with his offense now.
So this could be the game. 4th and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2:24 left.
Kenny Wheaton is on Richard Dice, and he will get help from the safety, Chad Cota. This will not be a single coverage situation.
White with time. Incomplete. Terry Taylor, the intended receiver. And again, Alex Molden comes up with a big play.
3 plays in a row Alex Molden makes with man-to-man coverage. They double covered Richard Dice again, and Danny White making the right decision of who to go to, but credit the secondary, and this is the strength of the Oregon defense. Their defensive backs. Excellent job. Man-to-man coverage by Alex Molden. Watch as it comes from the left part of your screen. You're going to see Richard Dice with 2 men on him. Can't go there. Tries to go to Lovett, or Taylor rather, and good coverage downfield by Alex Molden. And it's just got to be a great thrill for Alex Molden, because he played last year, but he played hurt. He really didn't get to perform the way that he expected to perform. He got hurt in the last quarter of the Independence Bowl 2 years ago, and really was not 100% healthy when he played last year, but he is now, and that's a huge play for his football team.
Molden had an interception last week against Washington, which set up one of the touchdowns. And another big week against Arizona. Ricky Whittle in the backfield. Lopez brings him down. He did get to the outside and maybe got an extra yard out of it.
The good thing that Whittle did there was stay in bounds. Did you see him at the end of the play make sure that he went down and not go out of bounds? The worst thing that Oregon can do right now is stop the clock. They want to keep the ball in the field of play, keep that clock running. Danny O'Neal has to, they still need to try to get a first down. If they can get a first down, they pretty much have the game won, but Danny O'Neal has to be very smart in using the clock now. Utilize it, get it down as far as he possibly can before running the play.
Play clock at 6 right now. And here's Whittle again on the right side. Gets to the 29-yard line, may have gained 2, but that's going to bring up 3rd and about 11. And 1:27 and counting on the game clock. I got to tell you, I was here a week ago with the win against Washington. This place erupted. But coming back out here, not many people talked as if they expected to have a great shot to go to the Rose Bowl. Well, after this game, if they could hold on here, and there will be roses all over the place in Eugene. On 3rd and 11, Whittle breaks the tackle and gets to the 23-yard line. He's got to get to the 20 for the first down.
A nice hard run that time by Oregon. Now, here's a decision. Do you try to kick a field goal and take the chance of it getting blocked and something bad happening, or do you run another play offensively? I think Rich Brooks is going to run another play here on 4th down. Not go for a field goal, try to get a first down. If not, run the clock down as far as he can.
And fights close to a first down. The 20-yard line is where he needed to get. Teddy Bruschi was there to stop him along with Sean Harris, and we'll see.
And the sun shines on the stadium.
20 seconds left in the game. And they're going to bring the chains out. Whittle thought he got the first down, but he clearly did not. So, with 20 seconds left, Arizona gets another shot at it. And obviously, we've seen stranger things.
Yeah, I mean, certainly this year has been proof enough that a Hail Mary does work, and you can win a football game with one.
What about the decision to go for it on 4th? What do you think?
Well, I understand the decision. Arizona has blocked 17 kicks since 1990. I mean, they've blocked 2 field goals this year already, so maybe a pretty good decision not to go for the field goal and risk something very bad happening.
3 receivers to the near side. White back to pass, buying time. Lofts it up. tip and incomplete. Richard Dice, I think, actually got his hands on it.
He certainly did. Richard Dice was a great basketball player in high school, and he's a tremendous leaper, and he showed that all season, being able to go up and catch the ball at the height of his jump. That time, he almost came down with the catch. Take a look at the end of the play here. Now, Dice is the receiver in the middle, number 17. Watch him measure it, and then just go straight up over everybody, and he does get a hand on the ball, but good job by Oregon collapsing. And, you know, Terry, you mentioned the decision. The other thing, Rich Brooks knows his defense has won this football game for him.
Yep.
Why not put the final drive in the hands of his defense, not his kicking game?
11 seconds left in the game. White to the air again. Richard Dice, and Chad Cota comes up with the interception.
There's still 1 second left. People are flying onto the field, but there's still 1 second remaining. They're going to have to clear the people off the field in order to finish the football game.
Chad Cota comes up with the interception on a Hail Mary pass from Dan White. And unbelievably, a team who 3 weeks ago, not many folks were talking about around the country, right now is in the driver's seat in the Pac-10. Well, the genuine Chevrolet most valuable players of the game are Steve McLaughlin, the kicker from Arizona, and Chad Cota, who came up with the interception from Oregon. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need.
Terry, this win for Oregon would put them in a tie for the lead in the Pac-10, and they've not shared the lead heading into November since 1957, and ironically, that was the season that the Oregon Ducks went to the Rose Bowl.
They are in the Pac-10 race deeper than any time in the last 25 years. One local sports writer called last week's game the biggest win in Oregon history. What is this? It's got to be pretty close. Oregon with a great second